Next mission's a combattler mission, which makes sense since we're fighting a combination of the Underground Empire and the Campbellians. Still. Loading time's taking a lot longer, even though I'm using an Ethernet connection with BlueStacks. But oh well. Let's see who the boss is. Ooh, your boy Garuda. Let's go through with this. But yeah, we're still on the whole Underground Empire Campbellian thing, so it makes sense why you're doing this. So the Ore Battler Squadron in New York has been defeated. I see. Though their fighting strength was divided, our opponent's might is still not to be underestimated. This is because Alan and the others only think about protecting themselves. I offer my apologies. Worry not, this was expected. The objective was to stall the enemy, and that has been achieved. Things are proceeding exactly as I have planned. Then I shall begin the final preparations now, to ensure the operation's success. Your efforts will be absolutely essential to achieve victory. Go forth, Baron Ashura. Sir, my lord, my life is yours to command. I had not anticipated that man would offer his aid to us, but it will do well in conserving our own army's battle strength. I'll make good use of you and your ambition, Garuda. Oh boy, which means we're gonna fight Garuda. This will be interesting though. 70s villains, well, there's actually one of the few games now of the modern era that actually has anything to do with Combattler's story. Episode 11, Garuda's Pride. Because even in Super Raw Wars 30, it's just a postscript season. And anything else, it's either a support to Voltus' story or something. You don't really see anything concerning Combattler's own story anymore. You finally arrived, Combattler V. Garuda, you're going down, now that the Divine Doers are here. Call yourselves whatever lofty title you wish. It does not guarantee your victory today. Are they? Captain, the enemy forces in the city are using the buildings as shields. The civilians here haven't finished evacuating yet. Looks like they want to make it where we can't fight at full strength. You'll never be able to defeat this many opponents while keeping the humans safe. That's just dirty. This guy's just as bad as the Tsar. They thought to help put you up to this, Garuda? What happened to your pride, huh? I am the Supreme Commander of the Earth Conquest Force. I will defeat you and take this planet for our own, and I'll use any means necessary to do so. You son of a... You always say the same lines, but I guess you're serious this time. Perhaps we pushed him to his limit. He has lost us several times by now. Really, we're just lucky he's not using them as hostages to force us to surrender. But then again, you never know. He may end up resorting to that. I've been trying to line up a shot on their main ship, but I just don't have the angle from here. I can't snipe them like this. Then we just get closer, and refrain from hurting any civilians along the way. They're not making this any easy on us, but we have to do it. All units, commence the attack. Ensure that you don't harm any of the civilians. Oh yeah, I have auto battle on. Actually, yeah, for the first turn we'll do some auto battle. Might as well, right? One of the more interesting things is, once again, this is one of the few games that concern itself with Combattler's actual story. We don't see that anymore, which I respect. Normally, like, yeah, Compact 3 ended or started with Combattler's final battle against Garuda, for instance. This reminds me, I do have to upgrade Combattler a bit, though. Wait, Phantom Ray can be used already? Dang, that's a good SSR. Dang it. Why do you use Hollow Bolt Gravity? I hate you sometimes, Kyo. The downside to the AI of the game is it will do whatever it takes to take down that enemy. Whatever it takes. They're not moving for some reason. We're whittling their numbers down, but this is still pretty hard. Haven't they finished evacuating people yet? They aren't pulling any punches. If we aren't careful, they'll end up causing a lot of damage. Yeah, I know that. Just as planned. You aren't fighting with your full strength. In which case... Garuda's come out. So now we're fighting Garuda. Okay. So I continue on. Alright, so now we're continuing this on. So enemy generals come out. Works for me. Saves us some time. But isn't this weird? We weren't able to focus our attacks on him until he changed positions. So he was better off where he was. It could be some kind of trap. No, he's planning to take us down himself. He's never been afraid to get his own hands dirty, and that hasn't changed. Face me, Combattler V. Today will mark the end of our rivalry. He's serious. And he's had no intention of using these hostages as shields either. He hasn't let go of his pride just yet. Yoma, you don't sound like you're defending the guy. Well, if the head honcho's coming out to the battlefield in person, that means we can wrap this up a lot sooner. Garuda's mine. You guys just handle the Mega Beast and Mechanical Beast. Let's move a little more forward, more forward, more forward to get there. They build up that morale though. Ah, I didn't notice that one. What auto attack deal with it for now, since they'll take them down with these. I like the fact that they at least give you a fighting chance with some of these units. That was a choppy animation. I still wonder though, like, will they do anything more for Combattler? Because part, what's called, part 5 of chapter 2 has the final battle of Combattler. Well, has Garuda's last stand before they kill him. So I wonder if they'll have it again. They think they can stand a chance against us. Oh boy. Ironically, we still haven't seen any Akito the Exiled stuff. Might as well. Show off that Phantom Rain. Yeah, I didn't get Layla. Oh, he can fight. Your boy can fight still. Let's see what his next attack is. Yeah, crotch rocket. Ugh. We had the upper hand here, and yet still. Was my defeat today due to the fact that I'm unable to relinquish my pride as a warrior? No, I'm not finished yet. Hiyomaui, even if you are the only one. I swear I will. That's enough, Garuda. Great Mother. You had no chance of victory now. Return at once, Garuda. I cannot. I'm willing to put my life on the line to... Garuda, are you going to disobey your mother's command? No, never. All enemy units have retreat have... Sorry, all enemy units in the combat zone have withdrawn. For someone that was thrown into the battle, he gave up on life pretty quick. Yeah, I thought he was going to fight until the bitter end this time. His superior likely ordered a withdrawal. His superior, huh? From how it looked, Garuda was pushing himself pretty hard to try and take us out. I'll bet he's in for a scolding when he gets back. Well, not like we should really care about that. Makes you wonder what kind of person Garuda's superior is, though. If we stick with the Divine Crusaders, we'll probably find out someday. One day we'll have a chance of settling things. One day we'll have a chance of settling things between us, Garuda. I'm sure of it. Yeah, all three. Now we're at Olean's castle at the statue. You conducted a joint operation with the Underground Empire of your own volition and failed. What do you have to say for yourself? Nothing. This was all the result of my own incompetence. We have lost a sizable force with this failure. I suggest you reflect on your previous operations while we recuperate. Yes, my lady. I sincerely apologize, Great Mother. Ugh. I had thought he acted so rashly so that he could repay the love I had shown him thus far. But now I see he is unable to let go of that ridiculous pride of his. If this is Garuda's limit, then... At the bridge. We managed to force the enemy unit in Moscow. We managed to force the enemy unit in Moscow that Garuda led to retreat. We have also fended off the Mechanical Beast army in Paris. And we've taken back New York and Washington from the enemy. However... Captain, the Underground Empire's Mechanical Beast army has appeared in several Japanese cities. They've appeared in Sapporo, Tokyo, Nagoya, Osaka, and Fukuoka. And now we know for sure Japan was their main target. There's also an extremely large structure that is thought to be an Underground Empire stronghold that has appeared near the coast of Japan. It's enormous. To lure us to other parts of the world and then send something like that to Japan. Dr. Hell's put us in check. So he has. We're heading for Japan immediately. Archangel, Oceanus, you do the same. Now we're at, yeah, Dr. Hell's place. By using Bardos Island for the invasion, my plan has entered its final stage. Once Japan, our most vital target is under our control. Conquering the rest of the world will be a simple matter. Koji Kabuto, Divine Doers, I will send you all down the road to hell. Dang, it's like something the Undertaker would say. Ugh. So now we go on to the next area. Oh boy, the Mazinkaiser final fight. Oh boy. Ah man, it's one of these kind of translations again for a bit. So apparently it's one of those no, it's nothing bad. It's how Super Wars K does it with its translation thing. So apparently Himiko is surprised that the Underground Empire is attacking Japan with their entire base. Ikimas apparently explains that the Mechanical Beasts have attacked several major cities and have even reached northern Kyushu. Mimashi is angry because it sounds like they're coming to attack them. Amazo mentions that if they took them on in earnest, it would result in a lot of damage to their own forces. Then Hiko says that isn't necessary because there's a more fitting opponent to take care of them. Mimashi is apparently questioning how they'll be able to defeat them, to which Himiko says they'll have to sacrifice some of their forces to make an opportunity for them, but that it can't be helped this time. Meanwhile, at the Photon Power Lab, apparently Professor Yumi is saying that the JSDF and the USJF are fighting mechanical beasts in the major cities, and that Dr. Hell's giant fortress is heading for the Photon Power Lab. Since the Divine Doers aren't here, there aren't enough people to go out and defend the cities and fight the fortress. So Koji's gonna take the initiative and head straight for it. Apparently, what's called? Koji and them plan on going straight for the fortress since there's too little people to defend Japan. So yeah, so they're heading straight for it. June then reports that the Yamatai Kino are attacking the giant fortress, which is surprising everyone. Shibaraku's apparently assuming that they must have the same objective for now, which is to defeat the Underground Empire. But Tetsuya does warn and is realistic in that it could be a trap. But Hiroshi thinks it's legit since the Yamatai Kingdom and the Underground Empire can never coexist. Apparently he thinks it's a good opportunity. Meanwhile, Professor Yumi thinks it's he's reluctant, but he agrees with them to do it. Daichi and the others are getting hyped to take them on, and apparently he's telling what's called, even though the kids are getting hyped, Koji tells them to stay behind since he wants them to defend the Photon Power Lab. None of them are happy, but they agree to stay behind. With the Photon Power Laboratory hangar. You serious about this, Koji? Yeah, if it comes to it, I won't want to be able to release Mazinkaiser's limiter myself. But there's a chance it could go berserk, and we don't know what could happen to you if it does. In all likelihood, the Divine Doers won't make it back in time to save us. So I need to do whatever I can to make sure we win this. Even as we speak, there's fighting still going on all over Japan right now. You should be well aware that we don't know all the details about Mazinkaiser, Koji. Even so, to purify the darkness, to put a stop to the people's grief, I'll give up my arm. No. My whole body for it! Apparently this is a reference to Mazinkaiser's opening theme in the first part. So yeah. Koji. You don't need to worry, Sayaka. Mazinkaiser is a super robot my granddad made, after all. I, as his grandson, Koji Kabuto, can control it. In fact, I'll become Mazinkaiser's limiter myself! So you're saying with the human heart in mind, the Mazin will become a Mazinger. That's right. So Sayaka, I want you to believe in me. Well, duh. Koji, you're always so reckless that I can't help but worry about you. But I've always had faith in you. Thanks, Sayaka. Now I just got one more favor to ask. What is it? I don't want Tetsuya and the others to know about me being able to deactivate the limiter. I don't want them worrying about that during the battle. Okay, but I'm at least telling my father. Sure. We're gonna win no matter what, and make it back home. I'll change the settings on the limiter then, but there's something you should know first. What's that? You already know that Mazinkaiser has more black boxes than we're even aware of, but the most peculiar one is the part of the sensor of the fire blaster. You mean where the Z is, right? Indeed, it's directly connected to the photon power reactor, and the character display seems to change depending on the state Mazinkaiser is in. You sure? I thought it always just showed a Z. We verified it after reviewing the footage of when Mazinkaiser went berserk and left from Hangar 7. At that time it displayed Ma, the kanji for devil. And for a moment, just as Koji connected the builder, it displayed Zin, the kanji for God. After that, it began displaying the Z it has thus far. Ma-Zin Z? Mazinger Z? Well, you could consider Mazinkaiser the successor to Mazinger Z, yes. The question isn't about the name itself, however. If it displays Ma when it's berserk and Z when it's operating normally, then what significance does Zin hold? We believe that will signify when Mazinkaiser enters a mode capable of utilizing power far beyond what it's shown previously. So when I turn the limiter off, it should go into this Zin mode? We can't say for sure. It's possible releasing the limiter alone won't be enough to attain it. But in any case, if Mazinkaiser acquires newfound strength, You may see some sort of change in that part. I understand. I'll be sure to remember that. Apparently the photon power at the lounge. Apparently she says that all units are taken off and Professor Unit tells Sayaka and the others to be ready to go out themselves at any time should they be attacked. The World 6 kids realize that Ken isn't there and wonder where he disappeared to. Apparently, yeah, they don't know where he's at, which makes sense. Sayaka thinks that he doesn't think he left with the others because they'd have noticed Liger being summoned. So they wonder if he's in the bathroom or something. Alright, that's normal dialogue. Sir, the Jump Attack Kingdom are still continuing their attack on the island. So they've still yet to withdraw. I can't imagine they honestly expect to conquer Bardos Island with such a paltry force, which means... Mazinkaiser and Great Mazinger, approaching from 5 o'clock. How clever of them, taking advantage of the opportunity while we face another opponent. But no matter, this only saves us the trouble of going to them. Koji Kabuto, Bardos Island will be your grave. Dang, all these characters. Oh, snap, Liger's there. See him? All these characters. Episode 12, A Decisive Battle, Flaming Hell Castle. This isn't a giant fortress. It's an island, and over there is a skull-shaped castle. Good place for a showdown. We made it this far pretty easily. I guess we can thank the Yamato Kingdom for that. I suppose so, though it looks like their Yamato no Orochis have retreated now. Thanks for the lift here, Miwa. Of course. Take care out there. Come to me, Liger! Huh? Ken, you want a big shooter too? Yeah, I was in the room with the Geek parts. It's so dang cold I thought I was gonna get sick. I believe you were told to remain at the laboratory, young man. If we're gonna have to fight like this, it only feels like the Liger to be a part of it. Jeez, couldn't you think about how this will affect us? There's no one doing what's been done. Ken, we're about to begin battle against the Underground Empire. It'll be up to you to keep yourself safe. Yeah, I got it. He's very strong despite being a child, but as adults we have to keep him safe. Yeah, we do. So you've come, Mazingers. We've been given a grand welcoming, it seems. Everyone, look at the top of the castle. It's Dr. Hell. Welcome to Hell Castle. Hell Castle? Petty on the nose, huh? Yes, because for you, this place will be hell itself. Now go forth, the greatest and most powerful of my mechanical beasts, the ultimate combination of my intellect. The Hell King Gordon. Such great size. It reminds me of Demon King Xenon. Look at its forehead. That's... It's been a while, Koji Kabuto. Your nemesis, Baron Ashura, is dead. He has been resurrected from the depths of hell as Hell King Gordon. Gaze upon this awesome power. Upon the power the great Dr. Hell has bestowed upon me. He's actually integrated himself into a mechanical beast. Hell King Gordon is an all-powerful being, perfect for sending all that oppose the Underground Empire to an early grave. You'll soon find the only reason you have come to Bardos Island is to be defeated by Hell King Gordon. We'll make you eat those words. My, how very brave of you. I think I'll enjoy watching as you all suffer a slow and terrible end. Stop right there, Dr. Hell. You'll not be going after Dr. Hell, Koji Kabuto, but you will be going to hell itself. Hear the bell of ruins toll. Shut it. All we hear are the people praying for peace. We'll bring the wrath of justice down on you for everyone's sake. It's our burning hearts that give us energy. Now, let's go! Dang. Now when you look at it like this, like, dear God. Oh yeah, right, you can scroll your mouse. Yeah, you're using Blue's dice, you can scroll your mouse like this. I forgot all about that. Good thing is, mechanical beasts only have like they have a very bad attack range. Not surprised Liger came out of nowhere. Now I'll go back for a bit. It's always better to attack from a range is what I learned with these games. Because then if you attack too close, more enemies can come straight to you. At least we're slowly killing off them mechanical bees. Apparently I either have to kill that, or what's called? Yeah, or damage the Hell King Gordon some more. Hopefully it can move so I can actually start doing some damage to it. Nope, it does not move. Which means we have our objective already right there then. He recovered all his damage. This is troublesome. I suggest you hurry. If you don't, all of Japan will fall to our forces. Save that kind of talk for after you've beaten us. There's more than enough mechanical beasts to deal with you all here on Bardos Island. Kabuto, this will go poorly for us if the battle gets dragged out. If he's going to heal himself, then we need to destroy him completely all at once. Yeah, I hear you. If this keeps up, I'll have no choice but to release Mazinkaiser's limiter. But I'm not careful about when. Dear God. This is where we kill Baron Ashura. Which means Great General Darkness will probably appear soon. Nah. This is our home base. You'll find there are plenty of mechanical beasts to go around for each of you. God, there's no end to them. Their numbers aren't infinite. After sending so many mechanical beasts around the world and all over Japan, there can't be that many of them left. That's right. If we tear this castle apart now, it'll mean the end for the Underground Empire. That's why I've got no choice. We've got to do it. We got to do this. It's do or die. Take down the horde of enemies. Show them the power of those who fear not even the gods. Yeah! Dang. Honestly, I'm surprised these guys can even lay a hand on Devilman. I wonder what kind of new powers he'll show off, or if they'll use any of his other serious stuff. Yeah, Phantom Ray. All we gotta do is weaken the Hell King Gordon. What I was seeing on the Discord, Liger is actually a very good unit. Basically, his attack damage and everything are extremely high. So I wouldn't mind trying to upgrade him a bit. Not only that, He's gonna, remember, he has the unicorn form, and he's got Thunder Liger, which almost anybody that's alive would know who Jushin Thunder Liger is. You know, the retired legendary wrestler. Dang it. But anyways, but yeah, he has if they choose to use the Pegasus form and the, what's called, and his Thunder Liger form, the amount of SSRs he can get and the amount of skill orbs that'll give him, make him basically endgame material. Same thing with the Grand Sword enemies in Ryujin Maru, where they all have extra forms, which equals more skill orbs. So all of them would probably theoretically be viable. I was just thinking about that. How do they restore themselves like that? Like, did Dr. Hell create some sort of healing tech? Again, we'll probably never know. One thing I'm sad about is the fact that, what's called, none of the characters and Baron sure have any dialogue with each other. Like, I understand this is a gacha game, you never know who you'd use, but it's got set characters. Why don't they give them conversations? Yeah, swords. Let's see what he can do. He's not attacking. Why? Now I want to see what this attack is of his. Hold on. The downside is nobody has any extra dialogues with the guy. Why isn't he attacking? Does he get an attacking turn? There we go, he does get an attack. He's just extremely slow. There we go. Really? Let's see what this sword does. And I won't murder him. Oops. Should land it. Nope. We'll end this just now. He just healed himself again. It's certainly living up to its title of the most powerful. Tremble in fear before Hell King Gordon. Finger shock. All of you will experience the same hell the mechanical beast army and I have faced, or have had to suffer at your hands. We can't even get close to him like this. This hell of yours is an island. Yeah. This hell of yours is an isolated island. There will be no one to come to your aid, regardless of how much you scream. I'll start with Mazinkaiser. You will be the first victim. Koji, get out of there. No, I won't run away. Given up, have you? Then accept your fate and die to the sword that bears a resentment of all mechanical beasts within. Get away from him, Koji. Do you want to die? Not a chance. I was just waiting for the right time. For what? To release Mazinkaiser's limiter. Wait, who knows what will happen if you do that? See if you do that. Kaiser could go berserk and turn into a true devil. It won't. Just trust me. Stop! Kabuto! Be a god, be a devil. We're gonna surpass them together. What's this light? It can't be. Is he going berserk? Koji. Koji Kabuto. That voice. I am the great will that knows of the past and foresees the future. You have grown, Koji Kabuto. Through many battles, many tribulations, you have become the true pilot of Mazinkaiser. Its true pilot? Koji, reach your sublime heights, search for the sublime will, and release Mazinkaiser's new power! New power? Stand tall, Koji Kabuto. Now's the time to prove you are Mazinkaiser's true pilot, by releasing the seal upon the Kaiser Blade. What's going on? The sky burns. The wind cries. The earth howls. What are you? And I call out, Mazinkaiser, you are the one who gives courage and leads us to the future. We'll do it together. Seize victory and grasp tomorrow. Full power, let's go! Kaiser Blade! And then the rest just screaming. And this is the finisher. Damn, the blood on that is just beautiful. The downside to that is, that SSR is a limited SSR, but it's actually one of the better, it's probably the best SSR Mazinkaiser is ever going to get, because of the fact it lets you do another move again, like Inaho's SSR too. So yeah, that's, once again, it lets it move again. How regrettable. Baron Shura dies here. Please forgive me. Dr. Hell! That is one kick-ass sword. Huh. Well, you'll get a sword yourself, Liger. How could a sword of that size emerge from Mazinkaiser's chest? Koji, you alright? Yeah, I still got Kaiser under control, even without the limiter. But it still showed a Zeon's chest. The final Kaiser blade had so much destructive power, and yet it still wasn't. The biggest obstacle has been dealt with. That just leaves Dr. Hell. Koji, we'll mop up everything that's left out here. You go after Dr. Hell. I'm on it. Ugh. But yeah, I'm not getting it. I can't get the Kaiser Blade anytime soon until it becomes available again in the gacha. It's a limited one. It sucks, but I gotta accept the fact that I didn't go for it. Probably because Mazinkaiser isn't one of my units that I use in my game, in my style. Hey, strategy room. It's far enough, Dr. Hell. There's no escape now. Drive me into a corner this far. Excellently done, Koji Kabuto. It's about time you surrender. Immeasurable power, boundless courage, unconquerable drive. You truly possess power, extraordinary power. But why would you waste it for something as crass and undeserving as mankind's pathetic search for world peace? What do you mean? I want your power on my side, so why not join me? Why not allow Mazinkaiser to run wild to your heart's content? As my right-hand man, we could take the whole world for ourselves. No thanks. The last thing I want is to be buddies with you. My grandfather made Mazinkaiser himself, but I won't let you turn into a devil. I see. Then I had no choice but to finally give up. Koji, there's been a massive energy spike across the whole island. It's going to self-destruct. You have to get out of there now. Damn you, Dr. Hell. You win this time, Koji Kabuto. But I will not die. Someday I will return to send you to hell and stand as the whole world crumbles to its knees. Until then, spend your time preparing for your inevitable death. At the bridge. So Bardos Island is little more than rubble at the bottom of the sea. Dr. Hell must have realized he couldn't win and sought to completely destroy all research data and development technology relating to the mechanical beasts. And Dr. Hell's whereabouts? Koji had barely managed to escape himself, said that he vanished within the flames. So the Underground Empire has lost both its leader and its headquarters. There may be remnants scattered about, such as those 3 Aura battlers, but I believe it's safe to say that we shouldn't expect much out of them anytime soon. I'd bet those 3 are going to stay holed up for somewhere for a while. At any rate, the Campbellians, the Jamata Kingdom, and the demons may all still be out there, but we finally dealt with one of humanity's enemies. I sincerely thank you for your efforts. We've only done what we felt was necessary. Dito's contacting me. That means, yes, Haza must have spoken to him. At the front of the Photon Power Labs. Koji! Kept my promise, Sayaka. I can't believe you left without telling us, Ken. Well, I would have, but you just told me to not. Well, of course. Honestly, I never imagined you'd sneak aboard the big shooter. Weren't you worried about what would happen if you got shot outside with the Jeek parts? Nah, I already made sure that Hiroshi had done his build-up before then. I had to since Kira's riding in the co-pilot seat on the big shooter. If I hadn't, then you'd have definitely died when the parts were shot out. I know, trust me. I'm hiding somewhere else next time. Kid doesn't learn, does he? So it would seem. Anyways, it appears we have a moment of rest. Yeah, but it doesn't mean we're done fighting. We still got to get the members of the Divine Doors back to where they belong. Next up on that list is going to Haruto's world. Good grief. Seriously, when are we ever going to get back to our world? Ah, here you all are. What's up, June? We were just notified by the Rock Lamb. They've received contact from Haza. Guess that means the gate's gonna open. What's the next world we're going to? That would be Kento's world. Kento's world, huh? So now we're getting some Daltania's plot. Finally. Well, that's it for now. That was quite the part, so thank you all for watching. Until next part, goodbye.